I want to talk a little bit about what I think is the best job in all of college football. All right. So on Sunday, we got news that LSU and Ed Orgeron are going to part ways. Means he will not return to be the head coach for the LSU Tigers in 2022. For me, what that means is the best job in college football is now available. And how I couch that is until we saw Nick Saban show up at LSU, LSU wasn't any good. Like, nobody's talking about LSU as being a power. And all Nick Saban did after 27 years of coaching is show up to Louisiana and decide, I'm going to put a fence around it. I can no longer let this talent escape me. All right? In the 1990s alone, Louisiana produced Peyton Manning, Marshall Faulk, and Cordell Stewart. Okay? Two of those dudes are Hall of Famers. You keep those dudes in the state of Louisiana, and for a guy like Marshall Faulk, you just let him play running back, then you have a squad. Imagine what LSU looks like if Peyton Manning is their quarterback. My goodness, guys. So we get Nick Saban to come in and say, hey, look, first, let's fix the facilities. He and Miss Terry donate $50,000 to a student-athlete complex, and they move the football complex next to the practice fields because he was incensed that his players had to go all the way to the stadium, which was a ways away from the football practice field, to change for practice and then get back. Okay. Then he goes around to all the high school coaches of renown in the state of Louisiana, and not only does he want to hear from them, but he wants to try to help them and giving of his time and his energy whenever he can, even if it's just a, hey, how do you run this play or that play? And in so doing, he puts together in 2002, right, just 2 years after getting there, the number 2 class in the entire country and the number 1 class in the SEC. And then the following year, he wins the first national title of his career and the first of 3 for LSU this century. Nick Saban decided, hey, look, all I got to do is make sure that I get the guys that are here, and then we can go win some games. Then after he left, we get Les Miles and Ed Orgeron, who both won national titles at LSU. I don't think that I'm speaking out of school here if I say, yo, man, those aren't exactly the football geniuses that, we think of Nick Saban or Lincoln Riley as. And yet they go and win football games. And they win football games because they just kept doing what he had decided to do. Recruit the bros in the state of Louisiana and make sure that your crop is that crop. 13 of the 26 signees in that 2002 class from the state of Louisiana. And I have a bedrock belief that every good football team has at its backbone kids that are from the state. Okay? It means something different for those dudes to go play ball at the place they've been watching and at the place where their parents went to school. This is why Ed Orgeron wanted to be the LSU coach in the first place. That was his dream job. And not only did he get it, he went 15-0 with one of the greatest college football teams of all time in the process. Hey, kinfolk, I appreciate you for watching. Subscribe here and ring the bell so you don't miss the latest upload to the channel. Also, be sure to watch more videos here, like FS1 Studio shows and the best from Fox Sports and Fox Sports Digital.